So the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury undisputed heavyweight title fight is off. But it's not all doom and gloom, and I'll tell you why after the intro. On Monday the 17th of May, we heard the news from the arbitration case between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and the court ruled in favour of Wilder, meaning that he is legally entitled to a third contest with Tyson Fury, meaning that the mega fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury will be delayed until that fight has taken place. Bit disappointing, very disappointing in fact, unless perhaps you are part of Team Wilder or Team Usyk. Oh, this is frustrating. There was always a chance that Wilder might win this case and put a halt to the Fury-Joshua mega fight, even though Tyson's promoters, especially Bob Arum, were confident that they would win this case. But when Wilder initiated his rematch clause option shortly after their second fight finished, we knew at that time that in order to get the Fury-Joshua fight to happen, Fury would need to beat Wilder for a third time, and Joshua would need to beat his mandatory challenger. And at that time it was Pulev, now it's Usyk. So we're basically right back at the beginning of where we were in February 2020. Also, the two fights we are getting before the big one, if of course Fury and Joshua win, they're still very interesting and intriguing contests. For Fury, he's got the third fight with Wilder, and Wilder is still one of the hardest hitting heavyweights in the division, and although his boxing ability at the very highest levels are questionable, he did drop Tyson Fury twice in their fights and could land a similar shot again, which could change the course of their third fight. So who knows, but although I'm saying this, I do still very much expect Fury to win their trilogy fight, and in a similar fashion to their second contest. Now, with Joshua, his mandatory is no pushover. Alexander Usyk is a former gold medal winning Olympic champion and has performed exceptionally well since joining the pro ranks. In only 15 fights, he became the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world and has had some very good learning fights recently in the heavyweight division, such as Derek Chisora. Yes, the height and weight difference between Usyk and Joshua will be a big factor, but it's worth noting that Usyk has had previous experience fighting bigger men, albeit in the amateur system, where in the World Series of Boxing he fought challengers such as Joe Joyce, who is a big heavyweight, and won. Usyk can cause Joshua lots of problems with his boxing skills and movement, but again, I still expect Joshua to come through this fight. Lastly, the deal agreed between Fury and Joshua to fight in Saudi Arabia is still in place, really, possibly some minor changes, but it's on. So as long as they win their respective fights between Wilder and Usyk, it will only delay this mega fight by 3 or 4 months or so. So it's not the end of the world for both them as fighters and us also as fans. And we've got some really interesting semi-finals to look forward to as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe. And until next time, have a great day and God bless, my friends.